Now, brother, if I asked you, what would you need in order to build a house? What would you say? You would probably say something like, oh, I need a shovel, I need some bricks, I need some cement, whatever. Here's the thing. You're wrong. None of that matters. None of that matters if I have one really important thing. What is it? It's a blueprint. Because, look, you can have every single brick, every single ounce of cement, I don't know. But what is the importance of it when you don't even have a blueprint? What, are you just gonna stack some bricks, one against the other, pour some cement over it? I don't know if I can put some wood. You see what I mean? So here's the thing. You probably want to be successful in life. You want to be rich, you want to buy a dream car, and you want to achieve good things. Good, so do I. But here's the thing. You will not achieve any of that unless you have a blueprint. How do I know? It's because at 17 years old, I dropped out of high school, I hit 10K a month, now I'm 18, making multiple 5 figures a month. And I got here because I had a blueprint. I knew what I wanted to achieve. And why is it important to have a blueprint, aka have goals in place and have something to strive for? Well, it's really self-explanatory. Imagine you call a taxi, right? Or an Uber. No one calls taxis nowadays. You call an Uber, you get in the car and you just say, just drive. Just drive. Nothing would happen, right? The driver would probably look at you dead in the eyes and say, go fuck yourself. Or, I don't know, he would probably cancel the drive. Why is that? It's because you have no direction in life. You don't have any goals in life. And guess what? If you don't have any of that, if you don't have any clear goals, any clear destinations, if you don't have a blueprint laid out in front of you, guess what? You're not gonna achieve anything. Why? It's because you don't have what to achieve. You don't have anything to achieve. How are you gonna achieve something when you don't have things to achieve? You say you want to be rich. You say you want to drive your dream car. Cool. But how will you get there? Do you even have goals set in place? Yeah, maybe you want to hit 10K a month. Cool. It's the same like, oh, I want a house. But do you have the blueprint for the house? Do you have the micro goals that you need in order to hit 10K a month? Do you have the goals in place that you need to buy your dream car? Do you have those things? Truly think about it. Do you? You probably don't. So what do I want you to do? I want you to sit with me and consciously think about your life. I want you to put together a plan that you will take action on. When I started my business, I wanted to become rich. I really wanted to retire my mother and I wanted to buy my dream car. Cool, those are good goals and really common goals. But here's the thing. Whenever I started my business, I was directionless. I didn't have any concrete goals. I just had vague goals. Oh, I want to be rich. I didn't have a blueprint. I just had the bricks, you know? I had the cement. I had the work ethic. I had some skills. But I didn't know where I was heading. So how the fuck do you plan and expect to land somewhere when you don't even know where you're going? Again, it's like getting in a taxi saying just drive. And hypothetically the guy starts driving. Hypothetically you start working on something without a goal in mind, without a destination. Maybe you will end up somewhere, but you will probably be really unhappy with where you end up. Maybe the taxi driver will drive somewhere, but maybe you will end up under a fucking bridge. or maybe on a beach that is filled with garbage. You did say drive somewhere. So you cannot blame that guy. He did drive you somewhere. You will end up somewhere. But you cannot be ungrateful for where you end up. Why? It's because you are the one to blame for that. You didn't have a specific, clear goal and destination in your mind. You didn't have a blueprint. You didn't know what house you want to build. You see how many examples I'm coming up with? The house example, the taxi example. There was some other, but I forgot. Whatever. Dude, you need to have goals. I was aimlessly just, grinding my ass off, but I didn't have any specific goals of what I want to achieve and how I want to achieve it. And I was getting nowhere. And that shit pissed me off. But then one day, I sat down and I realized, dude, I'm going somewhere, but I don't even know where I'm going. I'm going forward, but I don't even know if I'm going into the right direction. So look at it consciously, man. Are the things that you're currently working towards, do they align with you? Do you actually want those things? Or better yet, are you even working towards something? Are you consciously moving into a direction? Or are you just sitting, floating around, waiting for something to happen? Which, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but nothing is just gonna come to you. You need to go to it. You need to chase things. You need to set goals. You need to chase them. No one is gonna get you that dream car of yours. No friend, no one. No one but you is gonna retire your mother, unless you have siblings. But let's be honest here, they're probably not gonna do anything as well. So set goals, dude. With me, take a good second to think about it. What does your dream life look like? I know it's like woo-woo and shit and cringe, but really, take a good second to think about it. Imagine you wake up, right? In the morning. What time would you like to wake up at? Me, personally, I would love to wake up at like 3:30 a.m. That is my dream wake-up time. All right. Where would you like to wake up? I personally would love to wake up in Miami, go out into my balcony, just drink some water, and do my stretching as I look over the city view and I see all of the pretty lights. Then what? Well, after that, I would probably go take a shit or something and I would eat some high protein meal like chicken, Greek yogurt, and I would go to the gym. Of course, I would film my video before that, but that is how my dream morning would look like. Cool. I have a goal in mind now. And how do I get here? What is the blueprint? How do I achieve that dream morning of mine? Well, I need a blueprint. In order to build a house, you need a blueprint, right? And what do you do when you have the blueprint? You use the materials that you have, the fucking cement, the bricks, the wood, and you build a house. So what you need now is, I'm assuming you have a goal. You know what the house that you want. Now you need a blueprint. Well, all right. There are many ways how you can get that so-called blueprint, the step-by-step blueprint on how to achieve your goals and shit. You can get a mentor, or you can find someone who has done what you want, who has achieved the goal that you want, study how they've done it, and replicate them. I've done both. At first, I got a mentor, then I tried studying myself and replicating, and now again I got a mentor. You can call me cringe, whatever. I feel like mentorship is the best way to do things, because you just get someone who's been there already, who's done the thing that you want, and you ask them to, guide you by your hand. You're like, hey, dude, can you just, basically carry me through this whole journey and tell me how to do everything from A to Z, and I don't have to stress about things. That is what mentorship does. That is the blueprint. That is my favorite way, personally. That's what I've done, and that's what helped me hit 10K a month and, now make multiple 5 figures a month. Mentorship. I believe that that's the best blueprint. So, what I wanted to say, if you lost me here, you need to have goals in life. And you need to have goals in your business. Again, you probably want to be successful and you want to be rich, but that is vague. If you have a vague goal, if you don't have a clear destination, you will end up somewhere. But again, you're not sure if you're gonna like where you end up. You need to have a clear vision of where you're heading. Maybe it sounds stupid and useless and pointless, but dude, you don't want to spend 5 years grinding at something and it turns out you didn't even want to get there in the first place. So save your time, save your energy, save your fucking nerves, your stress, and actually take a good second to think about it. Where do I want to go? What would I like to have? What would I like to achieve? Set clear goals, have a clear view of the house that you want, then come up with a blueprint, and once you have that, grind your ass off. Then you know what you want, and then you know what you need to do in order to get there. Just work every single day in order to get there. Do not fucking give up. Because here's the thing, it may not seem like it. And I remember hearing this when I was just starting out with my business. Like, people always said, oh, don't give up and you will achieve the things that you want. I was like, shut the fuck up. You are rich and that's why you're speaking. Bro, just shut the fuck up. But guess what? They are actually correct. I am correct as well. If you keep on chasing something for long enough, you will fucking get there eventually. It is inevitable. Dude, I know that I sound stupid and goofy, but I promise you, dude, if you see the house that you want, if you know what house you want, if you get the blueprint for it, and if you keep on building the house, brick by brick by brick, you will eventually have the house that you want. It is inevitable. If you start, stack enough bricks, one on top of the other, if you pour cement over them, I don't know how you build a house, clearly, but you know what I mean. If you keep on stacking the bricks, you will eventually have the house that you envisioned in the first place. That's what I achieved. I wanted to hit 10K a month. That was one of my goals. So what did I do? I came up with a blueprint of how I'm gonna get here. And what was the blueprint? Well, the blueprint was find people who I would love to work with, reach out to them, try to land on sales calls with them, close them, provide my service, provide a really good service, get testimonials in return, leverage those testimonials to get even more clients, and keep on stacking these clients up until I hit 10K a month. And it is not complicated. If you get 10 people, maybe 10K a month sounds difficult to achieve, but think about it this way. Is it really that fucking hard to get 10 people who pay you $1,000 a month each? No, that's really easy to do. It sounds difficult. Back in the day it sounded impossible, but it is actually really simple. Just get 10 people who will pay you $1,000 a month. Or, if even that sounds unobtainable to you, get 20 people who will pay you $500 a month. That is even simpler, dude. No, better yet, I believe that's even harder, dude. It is harder to find someone who will pay 500 than to find someone who will pay you 1,000. And it sounds stupid, but here's the thing. People who are willing to pay a higher price, they are easier to sell to because they have so much fucking money they don't give a shit about it. They'll just throw it at you. But the people who will pay you $500, they'll be like, is this really worth it? Should I do this? Nah. It is easy to hit 10K a month. I've done it, and you can do it too. But you will not get there without a plan in your mind. You need to know what house you want, And once you do, aka once you have a goal, once you have a destination, then you know where you want to go, then you need a blueprint. You need to find out what you need to do in order to achieve that goal, in order to build that house. And then once you have both of those things, then you know what house you want, and then you have the blueprint to build it, then you need to get to fucking building. Start building, and do not give up. Once you start laying the bricks, just keep on laying them, dude. It's that simple. So I hope that makes sense, dude. This is truly fucking life-changing info here. Use it wisely, and keep on fucking killing it, dude. Alright? I'm rooting for you. Have a good day.